Um, so life has been taking me in so many wonderful, beautiful directions, and there is so much serendipity in the world, so much whimsy, so much magic, so much grace and glory and blessings. And I think that a lot of it has to do with both the darkness from my past and overcoming it, but it's not necessarily just that. It's what those lessons taught me and seeing how that which is grown from is an accomplishment within itself, and that we as people are meant to grow and change and develop new parts of ourselves that speak into the world different things and have different beliefs, and that's okay. That's part of the process. We're all on our own paths, and we believe what we are meant to believe at that time to serve us and to serve the world in the way we're supposed to. And we have free will and we have choice, but when you invite the universe to co-create with you, I think there's quite a bit of beauty in that, and just the divinity that is, running through all things, through ourselves, through the world, through all that we create and all that we are and all that we can be. Recently, I got to see my grandmother for the first time in over a decade. And it was so beautiful and overwhelming. It was a short trip, but we're hoping to see each other again very soon. She's 93 and so much herself still. And I aspire to have so much of myself still if I get to be that age. If that is something that I am blessed with. I think that this world, as we see it currently, and as we know all things to be, is going to change a great deal in the next few decades. And it's an embarking period. And, if you want to think astrologically, the year of the fire horse and, rapid change and transition. But also, I think a great freedom is given at this time to choose what you put energy into, what you put your thoughts into, how you form and experience your beliefs. Sorry, confirmation burp. um, and it's not always easy to look at somebody and see the love if it does not come in a way that we are, as individuals, used to believing. But the words that came from my grandmother's mouth, even though we may not have exactly the same beliefs, I felt every little bit of love in them and every little bit of sincerity and kindness, and my heart overwhelmed with forgiveness and serenity in that moment, and just awe of what the world can provide and what the universe can provide. When you ask and you shall receive. You know what I mean? I think as life goes on, I become more and more aware of all the synchronicities and all of the different ways that serendipity and whimsy present themselves in a day. And that as we grow older and we begin to, cultivate our skills more, and we have more hopes, more dreams, and the tools to begin to create them, it's a scary thing. It's like, oh gosh, we're here, we've come all this way. Is it time to jump? Is it time? Are we ready? And I think I am. I think we are. I think that the world, that consciousness, that being, is something that is a privilege and an honor, and I am so grateful to get to experience it in all the ways, and feel the true peace within my heart that I had been missing for so long, that it is not always easy, but that is not necessarily a bad thing. That, you know, trials and triumphs are how we earn our medals, physically, spiritually. Um, and that we as individuals are doing our best to take the information and tools we have at that time and make the best decisions we can given the information and what we believe. And, perception is part of that too. Perception is definitely, I want to say everything in a way, because no two people's perceptions are exactly the same. And there is so much tolerance and forgiveness that I feel we need to implement in life. That there is enough violence and enough hatred and enough sadness in this world on its own, that we do not need to help feed into that. Not to say that we don't need to feel our feelings, because we most definitely do. That is a big part of it. But we don't need to live there. We don't need to sink down deep into the bog and find ourselves stuck one day. And if we do, we don't need to do it alone. That we can come and find those parts of ourselves that have been stuck in the mud and pull them out and hold them close and tell them that they are okay. That there is so much good in this world still, that the sun comes up another day, and we are always going to be a part of that creation, about a part of that world that we experience, whether or not we choose to participate. And I personally am trying to do my best to get off the sidelines in ways that feel right for me, and that's been a process to determine. Art and life and the schooling of experience are just so impactful and so important to me, and I think I want to share that with the world. I think that's part of my purpose. I think that opening my heart has allowed me to open other people's hearts and open their eyes to seeing new ways of thinking and new ways of being. That there is so much love in the forgiveness of the past self and the forgiveness of those who have wronged you, that you receive so much more than you lose when you do that and when you experience that way of being. And I think that, if you listen closely, the angels sing sweet, sweet songs to help you guide your way. And it is not always the easiest to hear. You must sit within yourself sometimes and listen in and feel into your body and take the good with the bad and experience the miracles and the beauty that are all around you, if only you allow yourself to see. And if only you allow yourself to be there and experience it. Because we disassociate. That's been a very big thing as a kid, disassociating, feeling as though the world was just a TV show to a certain degree, and I was just a background character. But that's not the way life is. We're all weaving our own stories. We're all affecting each other, whether or not we want to admit it, for good or for bad or for neutral reasons. And there are a million shades of gray in this world and very little black and white. But the things that are truly black and white, we can come together on those things and acknowledge that, I think. And acknowledge that there is so much goodness that can come from an unsettling or bad situation. because of what you can learn from it, because of the skills that you may have needed to create in order to get through it, because of the people that you got to meet along the way that you may not have met otherwise, and because of the experiences and gifts that you're given, sort of as like a reward in a way. That we have more to give, more to experience now than maybe ever before because of all the knowledge we have, yes, but also because of the kindness that we now have the ability to give to ourselves and to others, and the understanding. The understanding, I think, is so important. And I just wanted to say all that. And I don't know if I put it exactly the way I wanted to, but I think I did. I think I got most of it out there. And I think there is more to say, but I will say it when I am ready. I will say and announce my plans when they're ready to be seen. But until then, I love you, and the universe loves you, and we are all in this together. And my heart goes out to each and every one of you who take the time to watch these videos or talk to me or sit with me in this experience of being. Thank you, and I hope you have a wonderful day and a wonderful year and a wonderful life.